Hi everybody. So this is the point I'm at in the project. I'm trying to design a little leather sheath for the axe head there. And this is what I've drawn out. I need to kind of double this shape so that I can double it over. And then I need to find some sort of clasp. So I think I'm going to draw a secondary little piece of leather to clasp over and kind of button it in place. But this is what I've got. I'm gonna keep working on this pattern, cut it out, and then I will show you all what I'm doing next. So that is the pattern I'm looking at doing. It'll fit approximately right there. Fold over like so. This is where the stitching is gonna go, and I'm gonna have an extra piece of leather right through there. And then this will fold over. And that's where I'm going to put a little rivet button. And it should hold it nice and tight. Boom. Boom. Okay, so we've got the basic shape outlined. So now I'm just carefully cutting it out. And I hope that I do a good job and it fits perfect and it's awesome. Okay, so I think that's how that's going to look. That will be the clasp. And then there is two pieces. These little buffer pieces that I've cut will mostly exist to keep the blade from cutting the thread that I put through here. So I'm going to punch through here with my leather punches and then sew through. And then this piece of leather here and here, these two pieces, will actually be where the blade is contacting instead of the threads if I had not put a third piece in there. Does that make sense? That's the idea. Okay, so I have the little holes just marked, not perforated all the way through, just marked all the way down with this little tool. So the next step is going to be to actually punch them all the way through and then sew that all up. That's how it looks. I got it all stitched up around the perimeter. It's a little rough. It certainly looks rustic, but I think that's going to work good. Next, I think I'm going to take one of these kind of tarnished brass looking button snaps and I'm going to put it right in there. So that will go right like that. That'll go there. And it'll clip right into this little button here, I believe. Like that. Okay, I think that's going to work. The next thing I'm going to do is cut myself an overstrike collar about that deep and lace it in real tight, and then we'll be set. think that'll be my Overstrike color right there. All right, let's cut that sucker out and start lacing it up. Same color leather, that's just wet. I'm gonna kind of wet form this to that so it conforms really tightly. And then I'm gonna lace it in. And that little gap in the back gives you play to really cinch that down tight. And when it dries, it should really be on there good. All right, well, I got it on there. Looks pretty good. I did manage to give myself a little blood blister in the meantime, but you know, thank goodness for modern tools like pliers. That makes it a lot easier to do some of this tight lacing. Although a piece of a little antler like this can also really work for some of that work. I find that for lacing and kind of for burnishing the edges, a piece of antler is about as good as anything out there. And I'm sure that was in any pre-modern leather worker's kit. A little tip like that. So yeah, still looks pretty dark because it hasn't dried out, but as that dries, it should kind of tighten up on there, and then this thing will be ready to go. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining me here on my channel for this little video on the CRKT Woods Chogan. I hope that these mods kind of gave you some ideas on things that you could do to improve your tomahawk and make it a really stellar little axe. Stay tuned for part 2 of this video series. I plan to take it out into the woods and put this thing through its paces, and we'll get a better idea of how it performs at the various tasks it was designed for, and maybe some tasks that it wasn't. Alright guys, as always, be kind, be adventurous, and keep chopping crap. Pike out! Yeah!